Hi there, hope you've had a good week. Just thought I'd give you a quick update on some of the things happening at the AFA. Happened last week and some of the upcoming events as well. Firstly, I mentioned before Easter that we'd been talking to the government and ASIC about what measures can we introduce right now to make it easier for you to be able to give more advice to more clients. Clients want to talk to you at this critical point in time. We want to make sure that you can do so and talk to as many clients as possible. And so we had some ideas to make things a bit quicker, and it was great to see the announcement from ASIC last week to give more flexibility around records of advice and the expanded time frame around statements of advice for time critical advice, and of course some assistance around early release of super. And this is a really good first step in terms of what we can do right now to help alleviate the administrative burden that stops us from talking to as many clients as possible, and of course reflecting the challenges with talking to clients at this point in time. So we're going to continue to provide more ideas. We want to get feedback from you. We've got some great feedback so far from our advisors and particularly from licensees. So thank you for all the feedback we've had so far. And so look, we want to do things differently, and it was exciting. Yesterday we held our first Zoom roundtable with an MP, and it was a pleasure to spend time with Jason Felinski. And we had a Zoom meeting with advisors both from the FPA and the AFA, and they gave their ideas, feedback on some of the challenges at the moment that they have as small business operators, but also the challenges in, as I said before, trying to get to as many clients as possible in a timely manner and keep costs down at the same time. And the key thing that came out of that feedback was time. Can we create more time? We're studying at the moment, having to see clients, and of course, there's a huge administrative burden as well. It was a really productive hour and a half. Jason was very giving of his time and gave us some great suggestions as to how we can continue to roll these out going forward. So we're going to continue to do our Zoom MP meetings, and so we'll follow some other electorates around the countryside. So look forward to that one, but we still want your feedback, any ideas, policy@afa.asn.au. Phil Anderson is ready and waiting for your ideas. That's policy@afa.asn.au. Now, you would have also seen, particularly in relation to early release of super, that ASIC has released some new resources on their Money Smart website. Some really good resources there. People go there directly, and important for us because one of the steps that they do recommend that people talk to a qualified financial advisor, and that's really reassuring. So I suggest you have a look at those resources. You can get the link on our COVID resources webpage, or you can go straight to the Money Smart website. And so it is important this time that we give people as much information as possible, and where we can, give them advice as well. I guess what's not helpful, some comments last week, many of you may have seen that Choice actually suggested that you don't see a financial advisor. Now, I don't think that was very helpful at all, given that it's not only offensive, but it contradicts what the government and ASIC are telling people to do. We're in a heightened state of stress at this point in time. People need advice, they need information, they need reassurance. Those clients who have financial advisor, your clients, they're sleeping a lot better at night. There are many people out there who aren't sleeping well because they are in a state of stress, they're worrying about their financial circumstances. So the last thing we need is comments that just destabilise and help engender a loss of trust. And I think that's the key thing, that people need to be able to trust that they can go and talk to whoever they want to talk to and literally have choice. We've been running our series of webinars very successfully. Last week we ran the webinar on the COVID stimulus packages from the government. The government's put a lot of effort, and we commend them on what they've done to stimulate the economy, both for individuals and businesses. And so that was well attended. And of course, we had Phil Anderson's Code of Ethics Readiness webinar this week, which was also well attended. If you didn't see any of those, you can access them on our website, the notes and the recordings. So please feel free to access that. We have a number of webinars coming up on different topics to help you ride you through this really challenging and changing time, which it does change every day. So that's it for me for now. I'll keep you informed of other things along the way. We're heading into the Anzac Day weekend. It's really timely, I guess, that we stop and reflect and think about the sacrifices that were made many years ago so that we could have the life that we have right now. So have a good weekend, lest we forget.